Did you know Dinant, a tiny town in Belgium, gave the world one of its jazziest inventions? In this week's video, let me bring you to the birthplace of the saxophone. And trust me when I say this, whether or not you're into jazz, Dinant's charm hits all the right notes. I will bring you to experience a river so calm, it's like a mirror, and cliffs that seem to touch the cloud. But don't let the peaceful vibe fool you, as this little town has some big stories to tell. So, grab your coffee, hit that like button, and come explore with us for the next 20 minutes. Hey travelers, and welcome to Dinant. By the end of this video, you will all agree that it is perhaps the most charming riverside town in this part of Belgium. Located in the province of Namur, it's just about an hour-and-a-half drive south from Brussels. And please stick around till the end, because we've got a bonus spot you won't want to miss. Dinant is really a small town, and when I say small, I mean it. With a population of just around 13,000, it's the kind of place where you feel like everyone might already know your name. But don't let its size fool you, because this town's got star power. First off, it's famous as the birthplace of Adolphe Sax. You know, the guy who invented the saxophone. That's why there are saxophones everywhere here, and I mean, how many towns can say they're literally responsible for jazz as we know it? To reach Dinant, it is a pretty straightforward drive, and from Brussels it is no more than 1.5 hours. There are plenty of parking spaces available, but the town centre can fill up quickly on weekends, so do take note. Belgium's rail network is also excellent, and Dinant is well connected. And trains from Brussels typically take around an hour 40 minutes, and the train station is conveniently located near the town centre, so you can start exploring right away. The River Meuse is the heart of Dinant, and its scenic promenade is one of the best ways to experience the charm of this quaint riverside town. Stretching for approximately 1.5 kilometers along both sides of the river, the promenade offers breathtaking views, fascinating landmarks, and plenty of opportunities for great photos. On the east bank of the Meuse, the promenade takes you right past the Notre Dame de Dinant, the town's stunning Gothic church. Charles de Gaulle Bridge is a muse for its colorful saxophone sculptures, each representing a different country. We will take a walk across the bridge later on, to the other side of the riverbank, but for now, let us check out the Notre Dame de Dinant first. Located at the base of a towering cliff and just steps from the River Meuse, this Gothic church seems almost sculpted into the town's natural surroundings. The Notre Dame de Dinant is one of the most striking landmarks in Dinant, thanks to its dramatic architecture, unique location, and iconic onion-shaped dome. The large rose window in the center of the facade is another standout feature. And its delicate stone tracery is a masterpiece, and when the sunlight hits it just right, it creates a dazzling effect both inside and out. Scattered throughout the church are intricately carved statues and religious sculptures. Built in the 13th century after a landslide destroyed the previous Romanesque church, the Notre Dame's soaring ceilings and pointed arches draw your eyes upward, emphasizing the verticality of the space and giving the church an almost ethereal atmosphere. The church is generally open during the day, and entry is often free, though a small donation is appreciated to help with maintenance. Just a few steps away from the church is the Charles de Gaulle Bridge, so let us take a walk there. After the church, this bridge has to be the second most iconic landmarks of town, connecting the two sides of the town across the River Meuse. The bridge is named in honor of Charles de Gaulle, the famous French general and later president. The bridge offers some of the best views in town. On one side, you'll see the church with the cliffs and citadel towering behind it. And on the other, you'll get sweeping views of the River Meuse, dotted with boats and framed by charming riverside buildings. Perhaps the most eye-catching feature of the Charles de Gaulle Bridge is the series of colorful saxophone sculptures lining both sides. Each saxophone here represents a different country and is decorated with designs that reflect its culture. The bridge is roughly 150 meters long, making for a short and pleasant walk. So, take your time as you cross. On the opposite side of the bridge is one of the best spots of photography in Dinant, so of course we had to stop here. We spent 5 minutes here, but my husband was already complaining. So let us keep moving then. Dinant's origins date back to prehistoric times, with evidence of settlements along the River Meuse. And the river served as a vital trade route, making the area a natural place for communities to grow. By the 7th century, Dinant began to establish itself as a significant settlement, thanks to its strategic location between France and the Low Countries. During the Middle Ages, which I would like to call the rise of the metalworking hub, Dinant flourished as a center of craftsmanship, particularly in metalworking. And the town became renowned for its dinanderie, a type of finely crafted brass and copper work. Items like candlesticks, bowls, and religious artifacts made in Dinant were highly sought after all across Europe. Dinant, however, has been plagued by conflicts and natural disasters. In one of the darkest chapters of Dinant's history, the town was sacked by Charles the Bold, who was the Duke of Burgundy. During that brutal attack, the town was burned to the ground, and an estimated 800 residents were thrown into the river. In 1227, a massive landslide destroyed the town's original Romanesque church, leading to the construction of the Gothic Notre Dame of Dinant that we see today. I'll tell you more about the history of this amazing little town later on, but for now, we are reaching a fascinating feature of Dinant's riverside landscape. This is the Barrage Écluse de Dinant, and while it might not be as famous as the Citadel or the Notre Dame, this structure plays a vital role in controlling the flow of the River Meuse and ensuring smooth navigation for boats. It is actually a dam and lock system designed to regulate water levels along the Meuse and allow boats to safely pass through different sections of the river. As its name suggests, the barrage, which is the dam, helps manage water levels, preventing flooding and ensuring the river remains navigable during dry spells. And the écluse, which is the lock, allows boats to step up or step down between different water levels, making river cruising an effortless experience. We have crossed the river once more using the pathway across the dam, and we are now back on the other side of the river, walking back towards the church. We decided to walk back as it was going to get dark soon, and the temperature was also rapidly dropping. As we walk, let me tell you more about the town's history. Dinant was the site of one of the most horrific massacres during the World War I invasion of Belgium in 1914. And as part of the infamous Rape of Belgium, hundreds of residents, including women and children, were killed after accusing the town of harboring resistance fighters. The massacre remains a somber chapter in Dinant's history, commemorated by several memorials. And like much of Belgium, Dinant endured significant damage during the Second World War but again showed its resilience by rebuilding after the conflict. This is our second day in Dinant and we are up early today, ready for some more adventures. Today, we will bring you to visit Dinant's Citadel, and we will bring you on a river cruise along the Meuse River. And there is something very special along the river cruise, which we want to show you. So, stick around if you do not want to miss it. And remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, if you have not done so yet, so that you do not miss our new videos. Dinant is a small town, but did you know that the smallest town in the world is also right here in Belgium? And we have an amazing video about it, and I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video, so do not miss it. Today, Dinant is a small town with a small population. But despite its modest size, it attracts visitors from around the world, drawn by its stunning natural setting, historic landmarks, and cultural heritage. Dinant's history is a testament to its resilience. And despite the hardships it has faced, from invasions to natural disasters, it has always managed to rebuild and preserve its unique character. The best way to appreciate how beautiful is this town is to have a bird's-eye view of it. And for that, we have the perfect place. And it is the Citadel of Dinant. The Citadel of Dinant offers a blend of history, panoramic views, and a touch of adventure. It is located adjacent to the Notre Dame of Dinant, in the town centre. And to access it there are three options. You can choose to drive up there, or you can choose to climb up there, and there are 400 over steps to reach the citadel. But bear in mind that the staircase is steep and can be challenging, especially in wet conditions. If you prefer to drive up, there is free parking available at the top, ideal for those preferring to avoid stairs. There is another method, a third method, and this is what we chose. There is a cable car station just next to the church, and this method allows you to enjoy a swift ascent with breathtaking views of the Meuse River and the town. And if I remember, we paid €12 for the cable car ride and access to the citadel. Oh, it is worth mentioning that the ticket price remains the same whether you use the cable car or the stairs. Ah, we made it. And after that scenic ride up the cable car, we're now standing at the Citadel of Dinant, perched high above the town like a watchful guardian. And first thing we noticed, the air up here feels crisper, the views more magical, and trust me, the effort to get here is so worth it. The citadel dates back to 1815, built by the Dutch after Napoleon's defeat to reinforce their defenses. But there's been a fortress on this site since the 11th century, and it's seen sieges, wars, and revolutions, so basically, this place has witnessed some serious drama. Inside the citadel, there's a museum that takes you back in time. And you'll see exhibits showcasing medieval weaponry, artifacts from various wars, and even a recreation of the gruesome 1914 massacre, when Dinant was a key battleground during World War I. During our visit there, the Citadel was undergoing some renovation works, so certain areas were closed and off-limits. Oh, and don't miss the dungeons and the galleries carved right into the rock. Walking through them feels like stepping into a time machine. But we came here for the views, and let us find the best spot to show these amazing views to you. From this vantage point, you can see everything. The River Meuse snakes through the valley, the cliffs rise dramatically on either side, and the town below looks like something out of a postcard. There is small corner here, with an access that leads into a balcony, more like a viewing platform, so let me bring you there. And there you go. I need to admit, because I was blown away the moment I stepped out and came face to face with this view. And standing atop the Citadel of Dinant gives you one of the most breathtaking panoramas in Belgium. And I'll shut up, so that we can enjoy it together. Alright, I hope that like me, you have been marveled by the beauty of this charming Belgian town. But we are not done yet, as I have one last thing to show to you. And for that we need to take a river cruise. So come with me, follow me. We've swapped the heights for the calm waters of the River Meuse. This river cruise is the perfect way to unwind and soak in Dinant's beauty from a whole new perspective. And with the gentle hum of the boat and the cool breeze off the water, it's a serene moment to take it all in. The Meuse Valley is spectacular from this angle. And the cliffs feel even taller, rising sharply from the water's edge, and the rolling green hills in the distance create this peaceful, postcard-worthy backdrop. The colorful buildings lining the riverbanks make the town look like a painting, each one adding its own charm to the scenery. As you glide along the river, look up toward the hills, and you'll spot the Maison Leffe, perched majestically above the town. This historic building, once a monastery, is now a museum dedicated to the story of the iconic Leffe beer. Its elegant structure contrasts beautifully with the surrounding greenery, and it's a subtle reminder of Dinant's rich brewing heritage. I promised you something special at the beginning of this video. Well, we are about to reach a unique spot, and it is known as the legendary Rocher Bayard. You can already spot it on the left side, in the far end corner. This dramatic rock formation shoots straight up out of the river like a natural monument, standing about 40 meters tall. Legend has it that this narrow split in the rock was created by a heroic giant horse carrying 4 sons of Ammon as they escaped from Charlemagne's army. And honestly, I feel like the rock's grandeur just makes that story even more believable. So don't forget to take a photo here, as it is one of the most iconic spots in Dinant, and trust me, your Instagram will thank you. As we cruise farther, you'll notice the Viaduct d'Anserem, a bridge that spans the Meuse with graceful arches. And then the boat slows down around here, and it's the perfect moment to just soak it all in. And just like that, our incredible journey through Dinant comes to an end. And the town may be small, but it leaves a big impression, and it's a place you will never forget. Before we go, don't forget to check out my video on WorldWithWife, another gem right here in Belgium, often referred to as the smallest city in the world. And if you enjoyed this journey, give this video a like, share your thoughts in the comments and hit subscribe so we can keep exploring the world together. Click the end card to watch the video on WorldWithWife, and until next time, happy travels.